So this tutorial is just going to take you through some very basic elements of Microsoft PowerPoint, but they're essential because if you forget them, then the examiner won't even consider the evidence that you print. So let's open up PowerPoint. I'm going to go to my Windows option over here, and I'm going to go to All Apps, and I'm going to find PowerPoint. There we go. And I'm going to choose a blank presentation. Now, in order to get my data into my blank presentation, I want to insert new slides, and these slides are being brought in from the outline. So that means that there's a rich text format file somewhere in my document which I'm going to import in. So if I click Slides from Outline, on my desktop I have saved a file that I can use for this. It's called J227 Research, and I'm going to press Insert. And what that does is it brings in the content of those slides. Now you notice slide 1 is still there, it's still blank. I can now delete that, so I only have the slides that have been imported. Now most of the editing that you're going to do for the look of this will be done in the page master. So go into View and view the master slide. Okay, the slide master. And for example, you might be asked to do things like to add a horizontal bar underneath the title, or put a logo in the corner, or change the header and footer. So let's just do a couple of those tasks. If we're asked to insert an object like a shape, okay, we can choose a horizontal line, for example. Bring it into the slide master. Now you'll notice at this moment in time, this is the only master slide that's edited. So this one here is the one that's selected, and it is my title slide, which means that this horizontal line will only appear on slides with that layout. If I want my objects to appear on all slides, I need to choose the main slide master up at the top, the larger one, and then edit that. And that will ensure that what I do appears on all of the subsequent slides, which you'll see now. So that's now updated to all of my subsequent slides. So let's edit this. So for example, if I want my shape to be coloured grey and a weighting of 3 or 4 points, I do all of that in Shape Outline. Here's my weighting here, 3 points. Or I might be asked to make it a dotted line. Okay, so on and so forth. All options here. Now, once I'm happy with the layout or the look, I might be asked to ensure that my name appears on the footer. Okay, so I can type directly into the footer here. Just because I've typed into it doesn't mean that this is going to appear on every slide. I have to first activate my footer. So I can do that in the header and footer menu. If I go into my Home tab, or my Insert tab rather, header and footer, I want to make sure that I've got the box ticked that says footer. If I want to see my slide number, I need to tick the box that says slide number. Now note, this will only put the footer on the slide. One of the things that examiners don't particularly like is when you have a printout that only has your name on the slide. They prefer the printouts to have the name on the bottom of the page as well. So imagine you've got 2 slides on your page. If you've just got your name on the slides, okay, and not on the actual page of the printout, that can cause you some problems. So here in header and footer, I have a second tab that says Notes and Handouts, and I can add the footer there as well and type in my name, centre number, and candidate number. And what this will do is it won't just put it onto the slide, but it will also put it onto the actual page as well, and that's important. So I'm going to apply that to all, and I'm going to close my slide master. Okay. So my slide master, I have my name on my footer of the slide, but I also have the name set to the footer of the page when it gets printed. I might be asked to change the layout of some slides. So here, for example, slide 2 or slide 3. Next to where I have new slide, I have the layout of that slide. I could be asked to do 2 contents, which is, for example, 2 tables next to each other, a table and an image or picture with a caption, and so on and so forth. I can choose my different selections. So here I have 2 contents, so I have now 2 tables that appear. And if you want to bring specific content in, like a table or a graph or smart art or an image, I can click in the center of the text box and it will change this text box to be a column, for a table, for example. This one would be, let's make that 3 columns and 6 rows. Okay, and we have an automatic table that's appeared next to my content. So I can manage all of this just using the layout section. So main sections within the PowerPoint, just to remind there, new slide and slides from outline to insert. If you want something to appear on every slide, you're going to view and slide master. Okay. Remember, when you're happy with your slide master, you need to close the master view. When you go into headers and footers, it's insert, header and footer. And make sure you don't just do the slide header and footer, but you also do the actual print out header and footer. Tick the box and then type what you want to appear in that box. Same for slide. Tick the box, type what you want to appear. If you want the footers, the slide numbers to appear, tick the box. If you don't want them to appear, untick the box. Okay. Same with date and time, and you can set what it should look like, and etc. If you don't want them to appear on the title slide, you can choose that option as well. When you're happy to print, File and Print, and this is where I choose what I print. So slides, full page slide, or perhaps you want to print your note pages. Notice my header and footer appears on my slide and on the page. Or I might be printing, for example, the handouts with 3 slides and my text notes over to the side here. Whichever it is, ensure that you include, okay, your slide options here. Okay.